Folks, this is D Maxwell 817. We're going to be shooting a Remington 1858 replica made by PETA. It's a Remington 1868 revolver 44 caliber stainless steel model. I prefer stainless steel. It's easier to clean. You just hot soapy water, just strip it down, take the wood off here, strip it apart, hot soapy water cleans it, towel dry it, blow dry it, and then oil the cylinder so that it rotates freely like this. Anyway, we're going to be shooting conicals that I make, 200 grain conical that I make myself. It's mold you can pick up from Lee, and it's a 200 grain conical. They're harder hitting, they shoot further, harder hitting, better accuracy than a 148 round ball, 148 grain round ball. We're going to give you an idea of what each one shoots like. I'm going to be shooting a metal target today, and about 20 steps. So we'll see what kind of pattern we get, what kind of accuracy. By the way, I also shoot Jim Shockey Gold 3F powder. I've had this gun loaded. One cylinder's been loaded about 6 months, the other's been loaded about 8 months. So we're going to see how well they shoot from prior experiences. I usually get about a year and they'll still shoot with Jim Shockey. Power decks, I usually get about 3 to 4 months, and then it's fairly weak at that point. But great for hunting because you can load it up and know for the next week or two you're not going to have any problems, or longer if the weather's dry. So let's get started. I'm going to be shooting a target, the bullseye on the far left. And this is first 6 of the 200 grain conicals. Okay, that's all 6 shots of the 200 grain. Pretty close little pattern with one hand shooting with 30 grains of powder. Quite a bit of kick to this gun, as you can see in the photos. Probably two-handed, I'd probably be a lot tighter group. I'm still trying to figure out these sights on distance and so forth. So let me reload. To reload, you pull this lever here out. Just pop this cylinder out like so. Slide your new cylinder in, just kind of line everything up. Push that rod forward. If you notice, on these guns, you got your caps. You got your number 10 caps right here. You got your little safety notch. Always put it in that safety notch so that you do not rest this hammer on the primer, or it could go off. So when you're carrying this gun, you can load all 6 cylinders. Just always rest on that's in between cylinders. So therefore there's no chance of a gun going off at that point. Anyway, we're reloaded with a 148 grain round ball. We're going to give it another 6 shots. This time I'm going to be shooting the target on the far right. Okay, that's all 6 shots. Go down there and look at the target. If you notice, the 200 grain conicals, they're loaded 2 months longer than the round balls. Round balls loaded 6 months. These are the holes. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 holes that the 200 grain conical made after being loaded for 8 months. Still shot hard, like it hadn't pulled in any moisture, and tore pretty good size holes in our target. The round balls were loaded with 30 grain for 6 months, and you can see the first one, I believe the first one hit up here. It just dented the target. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So these are your holes here. So difference of 2 months. The conical gives you a lot better seal in your cylinder. You do not have to use fiber lubricated wads. I use the fiber dry lubricated wads, even though I'd still shoot the conical. But I also use them with the round ball so I don't get any chain reactions. But you can see the difference. I mean, this is still plenty good enough to kill someone or an animal if you had to defend yourself. But those right there would definitely get the job done. So imagine what it would do freshly loaded. You know, this is 6 months or 8 months loaded. This is 6 months loaded. And again, this is D Maxwell 817. You folks have a good evening. Folks, this is D Maxwell 817. I just did a video on shooting Remington 1858 6-shot 44 caliber revolver, stainless steel model. On the difference was I was shooting a 200 grain conical that I make myself and a 148 grain round ball that I make myself with 30 grains of Jim Shockey powder. I'm not going to show you the process on making the bullets today. I'll have that on a video to come in the future, but I will show you the bullets that I was shooting today in the powder. Okay, this is the 200 grain conical. As you can see what it looks like. It gives you a nice seal. Got nice rings on it. It's a 450 diameter bullet. And this is the 148 grain round ball. Both molds are by Lee. Lee makes the mold. They're fairly inexpensive. You can find them from about 18 to 25 bucks online. I paid $18.99 for this one and about $20 for this one, $19.99. So I have two of these conical molds right here, double cavity. I can make a couple hundred bullets an hour easy. I do have an electric melter, or you can hand cast them, hand dip them with a dipper out of a pot. I make my own lead. You can use wheel weights. I prefer softer lead since you do have to press them into this cylinder. This is the revolver that I shoot, and I do have 2 cylinders, you know, spare cylinders with that. But to get them pressed into this cylinder right here, it a little bit harder to do if you use wheel weights. So you got to get some of the tin out. So it's better to use pure lead or a little softer lead than wheel weights. But I have used wheel weights. They do hit hard and they pack a punch. This is a Jim Shockey 3F. That's FFFG 3F Gold Series. It holds up a lot longer. I've loaded this gun as long as 6 months. And even 12 months in some of my rifles with the double F, FFG. I've gone 12 months in my black powder rifles, especially a double barrel CVA that I have, and the gun still shot like I loaded it yesterday. These 200 grain, been loaded 8 months in an earlier video I just produced, and they shot just like I loaded them yesterday. They shot really hard. Now with 30 grains of powder, it does pack a pretty good kick. I would suggest using 2 hands or get used to shooting it 1 hand. But again, that's the bullets that I shoot. I make a kit. I have one for my 50, one for my 44 that I keep all my bullets and stuff in. these are the lubricated patches. They call them dry lube, but they're lubricated patches that you put behind the bullet. You do not have to use them on the conical because it's deep enough, seals enough that I've never had a chain reaction. I would still suggest to go ahead and use these because they help lubricate the barrel after every shot, and they also help keep out moisture. So I still use those as well. On my caps, if I'm going to store the gun or hunting in wet condition, I put these little sleeves. You can make your own. They sell them already cut. They're just a little rubber tube. It's cut in probably, I would say, 1/4 inch, maybe a little more than 1/4 inch or 1/4 inch diameter. They come in little packages. Here are some sold by sold by CVA, called cap guards. You can go to a hardware store or the auto store, get you some little rubber tubing, and take a pair of scissors and cut your own. They'll save you some money. These are $2 or $3 a pack, but that will save you a little money. But I do like putting these on. You can see one right here still on. What that does is it helps keep, actually they're all still on. They're all still, every one of them still on. They keep the casing, the primer, number 10 primer, from fragmenting and peppering you in the face, and it helps eliminate a little bit of blowback powder, and it also keeps the moisture out. If you push them right on down, kind of center them over the cap, keep them on the cap and down to the bottom. They also help seal out moisture after the gun loaded. If you look, this cylinder here I just shot on the video, I didn't have any of the rubber caps, and if you notice, all of the number 11s or number 10s all busted off and fell off as I shot the gun. And again, on this one, this was 200 grain bullets that I shot out of this cylinder. They're all still on there. And again, I use a 30 grain. This is a 30 grain flask that I fill each cylinder with when I load my gun. And I'm going to do a video coming up. This is a 6 loader for loading all 6 bullets at one time. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm going to give it a try. But it loads all 6 cylinders at one time, presses the bullets down. And I'll be doing a video coming up on this right here and how well it works. So look forward in the future for a video coming up on this. Again, this is my kit. This is a single cylinder loader. Works real well. That I use. You just set your cylinder on like that and load all your bullets in with this, if you don't want to use the ramrod on the gun. So again, this is D-Maxwell 817. You folks have a good evening, and if you like my videos, say so. Subscribe, and look in the future. I will have quite a few other videos coming out. They're going to be on different black powder rifles and pistols that I have. Thank you.